Hi Ladysmith and area friends, I'm Tammy from Ladysmith Parks, Recreation and Culture, and in today's Kid-solation Creation we'll be making bird seed ornaments to hang outside for our fine feathered friends. This is an activity for everyone. Kids are going to need a little bit of parents' help because we do have to use boiling water for part of this, so to boil the water and pour it in, maybe some help from some grown-ups, but other than that, it's fairly simple to do. So I'm going to take you through the things that you need. Today you're going to need a half a cup of cold water and a half a cup of boiling water. You're going to need a spoon or a spatula. You're going to need various shapes of cookie cutters, whichever you like. Just a note, I found that ones that had skinny parts didn't stay together very well, so ones that are kind of a basic shape work really easily. You're going to need a couple measuring cups, so I have a 2 cup and a half cup. You're going to need some bird seed of your choice. I found what I could find at the store, so this is what I have. You're going to need 2 packets of plain gelatin, so we have 2 packets of Knox gelatin, and you're going to need some white corn syrup. You're going to need some parchment paper, and you're going to need a cookie sheet to put everything on, and some scissors, and some twine, or this is just some hemp that I had left over from necklace making, so I have it to hang your ornaments later. And I have a couple examples in my little tree here. As you can see, my moose down below, his legs didn't stay attached, so that's okay. Okay, so the first things first, we need to mix the gelatin. So you're going to take your 2 packets of gelatin. So 2 packets, they're just little packages of plain gelatin. We're just going to tear them. Trial and error, use a bigger bowl rather than a smaller bowl because you need room to be able to turn your seed over and turn it around. So use a little bit bigger bowl. I'm using a clear one just so you can see how everything looks. It's not clear, it's blue. Okay, 2 packets of gelatin in there. I'm going to use my spoon, and we start with the cold water, and we're going to pour the gelatin in the water in the gelatin, and we're going to stir until that gelatin is dissolved. So you could use a whisk for this, but I find that a whisk makes a whole bunch of bubbles everywhere. Not that the bubbles matter, but I just found a spoon works really well, and then I could scrape the gelatin from the sides quite easily as well. Or you could use the spatula if you like. So you want to make sure it's all dissolved in there. I'm going to use a piece of my parchment just to sit this on. And then we are going to take a tablespoon measuring spoon, and we are going to measure 2 tablespoons of corn syrup. 1. And this helps your bird seeds stick together. A tip if you want, and you have it at home, if you want the corn syrup to slide right out of your measuring spoon, you can put a little bit of cooking spray on your measuring spoon first, and then the corn syrup will slide right out. I just found that if I used my spoon that I was going to stir with and got most of it out, it came out. And then poured the hot water in, and we stir it all together. So I'm just pouring the hot water over my measuring spoon and my spoon, and that gets all of my corn syrup off. Easy. And you're going to stir it until it's all mixed up. Scraping down the sides if you like. You want to get as much of that in there because that gelatin and that corn syrup are going to stick all your seeds together for your ornament. So you want to make sure it's stirred really, really well. Next, we are going to measure 2.5 cups of bird seed. See if I can not make a mess with this. 2.5 cups of bird seed. This could be fun. I'll use the other cup. You may need a little more, just depends on the kind of bird seed you have. My bird seed has sunflower seeds and corn in it, so it's a little chunkier than songbird bird seed. So you may need to add a little bit more. So I'm just gonna eyeball a little bit more. Okay, we don't need those anymore. I find that a little spatula works best for this. Now you're really gonna just roll in and get all of your bird seed wet with the gelatin and corn syrup mixture. And you wanna get everything all wet. It looks quite wet to begin with. that's okay. You just keep mixing it up. If you feel that it looks way too wet, you can always add a little bit more bird seed, but you do want that gelatin and corn syrup to be able to stick your seeds together and not have anything be loose. So the other thing you can do is you can let it rest for a little bit and then see how it is, and if you need to add more, you can. So we're gonna let this rest for a couple of minutes, and I'm just gonna talk about the cookie cutters that I have here. I have lots and lots of metal cookie cutters and did some random shapes. I have a caterpillar. My son would like a caterpillar. So you're gonna take a piece of parchment paper and you're gonna cut it to the size of your cookie sheets. Close enough is great. You want it on the bottom. And then what you're gonna do is you're gonna pick your cookie cutters. So I made this recipe first to have examples to show you, and I filled about 6 cookie cutters that are all about this size. So I'm gonna use a heart, and I'm gonna use a caterpillar, and I think I'll go with a butterfly as well. Maybe a bear, a star, Canada flag. So there's 6. I may get one more in there depending, because the caterpillar is pretty small. Yesterday I used a moose. His legs didn't stay very intact because when I pushed him out, I didn't think about the legs and they kind of broke. And I also used a tulip, and the middle of the tulip kind of fell apart. So these are really great. Just if you're gonna use them, be really cautious when you're pulling your form out afterwards, just because they could possibly fall apart on you. So we're gonna check our stuff. We let it sit for a minute or 2 here. It's still pretty wet. I might add just a hair more, just a little bit more of my bird seed. Try and get the little bits in here. Pour it in. Okay, we'll give it a good stir, and then I'll show you how to put it in. Everything off the side. So this part's a little bit messy, so if you're worried about getting messy, go ahead and put an apron on. Today I'm braving it. I'm not using an apron today. So when you cut your corn syrup, or not your corn syrup, your parchment paper, the pieces that you cut off, you want to save these because these are going to help you press into your cookie cutters. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my spoon, and I'm going to, let's start with the bear, and I'm going to spoon some of this in, and I want to spoon half of the height of the cookie cutter first. So I want to be pushing it into all the spots. So I'm going to spoon half of the height of the cookie cutter first, a little bit more. Half the height, and take my piece of parchment paper that I had before, and you're actually going to get in there and press it down and pack it in as tight as you can. The more packed you get it, the better. And that's pretty good. And then just set that to the side because you're going to need that a few more times. And then you're going to fill the rest of your cookie cutter up. Don't worry if some spills over the edge, you're going to have lots to fill in. Once you get that cookie cutter completely full, you want to press it one more time to make sure it's packed in. Okay, and now to be able to hang it, we're going to use, I forgot to tell you this at the beginning, you're going to use straws. You need just a little bit of a straw. Now, depending on what you have in your fridge right now, you need to think about the height of your straw so you can fit your cookie sheet in there. I'm going to cut mine nice and short, just deep enough for to be able to grab. You're going to take your straw and not too close to the top edge of your cookie cutter, just kind of down a little bit, maybe ½ an inch away, so that you're not going to have it break apart. And you're going to poke the straw through all the way down. Now, because my bird seed is kind of chunky, it has pieces of corn and all sorts of things in there, it's harder to get the straw all the way through. That's okay. I found that if I just left it as far as I could push the straw through, then when I took the mold out, I just carefully pushed the straw the rest of the way through. So pack it down. And so there's kind of what you're doing. You have, I'll move this out of the way so you can see. You have your, and if you want to save all of this, you're gonna just sweep it away and then put it back in your bowl for your next one. And just scoop it up. And put it in your bowl for your next one. So there you have one done, all packed in. And then your straw in there for your hole so that you can thread it later. I'm gonna finish the rest of these later, but I'm gonna show you the next step. So you put those in the fridge overnight for 24 hours. It sets the gelatin and everything sticks together really well. And then the next thing that happens when you take them out of the fridge is you end up with nice solid cookie cutters with your straw in there, and they're all stiff and stuck together. So I'm gonna take my butterfly, actually my duck. And so to take them out, you're just gonna gently like start to push around the edge slowly and lift your cookie cutter at the same time. And like I said, if there's any points on it that are kind of narrow or skinny or little parts, you wanna like push them down carefully first. So then you've got your cookie cutter off. Now you have your shape. And as you can see, I said that mine's fairly chunky bird seed, so I don't have the hole through the other side. So I'm just gonna slowly push my straw until I see it on the other side, and then I'll pull it back out through the front. There we go. And now I'm going to cut a piece of my hemp. And I'm going to slide that through the hole. And all I did to tie the top is take both ends together and loop them around, pop them through, like so. And there you have it, a bird seed ornament. Now, when you hang them out on your branches on your tree, make sure you hang them so that there's a branch underneath so that your fine feather friends can sit on a branch and munch on the bird seeds as they like. They're good in colder temperatures. I know we're starting to warm up outside, but they seem to do really well as well. So, and have fun, enjoy making your ornaments. I can't wait to hear what shapes that you have and what you've done, and be a great little present to sit on your neighbor's door for them to enjoy some songbirds too. Take care, everyone, and thanks for joining me today. Hope to see you soon. Bye.